I was having I was having your requirement in mind when we discussed about this pass use case.
Right, excellent. So indeed, some of these kind of CAS provided services, they are needed for the CAS itself, but then the applications may use them, load balancers or cert managers or that kind of things. So yeah, right, these kind of topics.
Okay. So if we are managing all this in the PaaS future add-on, are we covering the principal requirements to support a 5G core?
Yes, I just wrote this because this was very high level description.
Yeah, exactly. We have to see in the detail.
Yep.
But I think it's important here is the place where we can share new requirements, so don't hesitate if we are missing something. One is SRIOV in non-bare metal, for example, in OpenStack. Yes, I think it's important and it's the roadmap. Maybe some specific connectivity networking for the 5G core or not identified. So
yes, I put this this comment because I think it is in some way it is linked. I think as to the LAN automation use case, because I think that one of the complexity on the deployment of the 5G core is also to set up all the networking between the different components, the fabric of the data center and the external network. And I think that this aspect should be faced in some way. And I thought that, for instance, the LAN automation could also include the requirement to automate in some way all the connectivity needed by the 5G application.
Okay. And so to come back on this vote we're assuming was assuming that the 5G core was fully covered. We see that we can have more on this, for example, on this connectivity part. So definitely our first priority is to finalize the work on the integration of the 5G requirements, then the Open RAN, and then the other use cases. Okay with this statement?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Many thanks. And Carlo, you can take over the sharing.
Yes, just one question. I'm not sure I got how you suggested to
what
for
are
the next step.
Yeah. So now this is technical, this is functional use cases. With these use cases, we have in the last minutes of the TSC some technical requirements. So we need to list these technical requirements in more detail and to see how we can embed it in the technical roadmap of the work group 1.
Okay.
Maybe it's also a guide for the work group 2 to promote in the backlog if we have some prioritization about the main important use cases, 5G core, Open RAN, for example. But yes, it will feed our 2 main working group.
Okay, thanks.
And
sorry, Guillaume.
And the last point, sorry, I will give you the hand, Ivan. And in the roadmap, we will show the use cases we are targeting and the technical requirements associated in the release. So we have to be transparent where we want to handle, for example, the Open RAN and in the technical roadmap having the associated technical requirement. Does it answer to your point, Carlo?
Yes, thanks.
Okay. Sorry, Ivan.
Yeah, no, so you just answered one of my questions, so that's fantastic.
And the other one is with regards to the third bullet, the lifecycle management for the PaaS. Do we mean all the artifacts that usually are not part of a CaaS as such, like a service mesh, or also including the lifecycle of the CaaS and these elements?
So here,
Yeah,
go ahead, Matthew.
What we are, so the additional services that we may put on top of a workload cluster will be part of the definition of the workload cluster. So the lifecycle of those components will be handled by the lifecycle tools that we are using for managing the workload cluster.
Okay, so it includes the workload cluster plus all the artifacts that we might require: ingress, egress, service mesh, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Perfect. Fantastic. Thanks.
Okay. Can you see my screen again?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So the next point is share some information about the Direct Fund board meeting that we had on the 11th of January. And we put as one of the remarking point that we shared with the board a list of potential partner, including new operators that could be interesting in contributing to Sylva. I don't know, Guillaume, if there is any other topic that you remember could be of interest, but
there were also good discussion about the adoption, but we have a dedicated
yes,
section afterwards.
Okay, so I think we can move to workgroup 1, and I leave the floor to Mathieu. Is this the latest version?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't put a lot of topics, just to tell everybody that we have passed more than 70% of the issues that we are supposed to fix for releasing the v1.0. So we did it. We did pass this this line 1 week ago. I didn't take a look recently, but yeah, everything is going fine, except that we had a lot of connectivity issues at Orange previous week, and we still have some, and we still have to manage the consequences of it today. So it means that we have a lot of difficulties in our CI and in the Sylva CI. So it is slowing down a lot of developers and a lot of testers internally. So it has an impact on our roadmap. I will try to make the v1.0 before end of next week, but it will be harder than expected. And we keep discussing also with Suzy and Rancher about the adoption of latest Rancher releases. The 2.8.1 is out since this morning or yesterday. We were having some difficulties with 2.8.0. We still need to discuss with Suzy whether this is a stable version or not, because I'd like to ship a stable version into Sylva v1.0. And with this version, we would have also some latest Kubernetes version supported by Rancher. So this is why also it's an important topic for us, because we don't want to release a Sylva version with a support for obsolete version of Kubernetes. So we keep discussing with Suzy about that. We are going to test this latest version of Rancher to see if we can adopt it for Sylva v1.0. So it's a normal process here. And that's it.
Okay, thanks. Any question or comment for Mathieu? If not, then I think we can move to work group 2, the validation center, and to Luis.
Okay, so in validation center, we keep progressing the 2 active validations, which is the Ericsson, the signaling controller from Ericsson, and the new one, the one that was added lately and was started 1 week ago, the subscriber data management from HPE. We put on hold the validation of the Nokia UDM. The reason is that it was successfully deployed, but the functional test took long and was preventing from, because it's a very big network function, preventing for having others. So we have stopped this in order to progress with other network functions, and we'll retake it once we have additional platforms that we are building. We capture anyway some lessons learned regarding this testing of the functional doing the functional test, and we also capture some issues that we identify that will help the working group, and we created an issue on that. So we are progressing where we have, and we have added 2 new CNFs because as part of the automation proof of concept that we run with nearby computing, we use these 2 network functions, so they are valid to be out there. They can be validated. We automated the validation cycle with them, so we are passing through the official process, adding them to the backlog, and then we will consider generating the report, and then we will complete validation for these ones. Another thing that we have been working lately is we have reopened the issue regarding the support for SRIOV in OpenStack. OpenStack was configured with the pass-through configuration, and we did this following the guideline from Canonical team, but we are stopped there, so we need to complete this. This is the next action. We will see in a minute. Well, I say it now. So this was all done. In the next actions, regarding the SRIOV support, what we need to do is export the virtual function pool, because right now it's only the physical function, the pass-through. We need to export the virtual function pool, and when we have reopened this issue, I think we need some support from the team as well. Probably Canonical can take a look at the issue being reopened and give us some additional guidelines to export the pass-through so that Sylva can manage it and then incorporate finally the functionality. Other things that we need to do is complete the 2 active validations that we have, and also, as I indicated, the additional 2 that were passed through the automation process to complete the official process as well. And finally, we need to work in the next step of automation. This is the after the proof of concept that we run, supported by nearby computing. We need to do additional things, such as probably incorporating the auto generation of the validation report. Probably, well, we need to start working in registering other platforms just to start automating more than just Epoch. And then we need to discuss or see how we can also automate the part of the functional testing, because we have automated the deployment, but we need to see how we can run also the functional testing within the platform instead of still doing it manually. This is, let's say, a second step of the proof of concept, but we can start thinking in registering other platforms to validate, or at least deploy automatically any new CNF to be validated. So these are the next things that we plan to do in the weeks ahead. And there's nothing relevant really at this point. And there's no decisions expected today.
Thank you, Luis. Any question on work group 2? Any comment?
And on our side, we are looking if we can put more effort to help on the scripting part. And I think it's very important, Luis, as you mentioned.
Thank you. Thank you.
You will thank us when we will find the good resource.
In advance. I'm positive.
Okay, any other comment? If not, then we can move to workgroup 3 on security. I don't think that Mihai is connected.
No, Mihai is not connected, but I have managed today the meeting because it's a bank holiday in Romania.
Okay.
So those is alternate for today. Just to mention that the EUCS analysis is not completed, and for the next step we want to finish this activity. And also we are targeting having a draft released on our website, on our GitLab website for this quarter. And we are targeting this year to have 2 partners or contributors joining this workgroup 3. And to highlight this point, Thales today was participating to this working group 3 security requirements workgroup, and they were interested to give their feedback on some EUCS requirements and solution we have in mind in the stack. So it's they have not confirmed yet, but they are very interested to evaluate this option.
Okay, thanks. Potentially a very good news. Any question or comment for workgroup 3? If not, we can move to workgroup 4. And I think Sundara is not here, and I think we don't have any update because we didn't have any new meeting since the last TSC. So no updates on workgroup 4. And let's move to workgroup 5 on communication and adoption. Andre is not here. I don't know if Nicolas or Guillaume.
Yeah, I can take over. Guillaume will complement if I'm missing some stuff. So we have the incoming Mobile World Congress. So currently, SUSE and Nearby Computing expressed the possibility to have Sylva, let's say Sylva Corner on their booth, or at least host a mini demo or something. So we wanted to take the opportunity of this TSC to know if there were other companies who would be willing to offer this possibility. So in this case, you can just voice your proposal while I'm continuing the update. In March, there is a KubeCon, and on the 19th, March 19th, during the collocated events, we are organizing the Sylva Dev Day. So I just finished on the Sylva Dev Day team, and then I give you the floor. Regarding the Sylva Dev Day, we have a first proposal for the agenda proposed by the Workgroup 1 and Workgroup 2. And now we are going to the next step is to open for the registration. So we will open the registration with a capacity of 50 seats. And we'll see maybe in a second round if we have the possibility to extend a bit this capacity. So that's it for the Sylva Dev Day. Tim, you wanted to react for the Mobile World Congress?
Yeah, just one quick question. There's I got a question from my social team who can we contact if we want something amplified over the Sylva channels? There's going to be a lot of ad hoc stuff that's relevant, that will occasionally be relevant to Sylva. If I could maybe drop an email or something to someone saying, hey, can you post that on the Sylva channel? That would be helpful.
Okay, so 2 answers. Number 1, the Sylva communication workgroup. So Andre, myself, we have a LinkedIn account for the Sylva project itself. Then we can also ask the Linux Foundation. So Naomi, I don't know if Naomi is there, but she also proposed to relay the information over different media, depending on the information. So all your requests, send them to Andre, myself, Naomi, if you have our email, and it will be managed in the communication workgroup.
All right, gotcha.
Okay.
Request from nearby, so it's identical question, identical reply. Thanks a lot.
Okay, so both of you got the answer, which brings me to another topic. The release of the version 1 of the stack is going to be a significant event for all of us. So we will communicate on that, and the Linux Foundation offered to its communication means and relay to give more weight to the announcement. Okay, so we are building a communication plan. I guess all of us as well can use our LinkedIn and so on. So it will be also managed by the communication workgroup. You can send your proposal if your company marketing teams or communication teams can support the initiative. They will be more than welcome. And the last point for the KubeCon, this one I'm less familiar, Guillaume.
Yeah, concerning the KubeCon, two topics mentioned. One I forget to mention. The first one is that we had the feedback on the 2 call for proposal, and those we have a no-go from the committee program. We have some explanation because they have plenty of CFP. So 11 folds the number of available seats. So this is why. So they did not know how this integration of Sylva and FIO should be one excellent topic. But we'll keep this demo for a new event. And also, as we discussed for the Mobile World Congress, I think it will be beneficial to list the different booths where Sylva can be mentioned. And contrary to Mobile World Congress, I think they will have lots of Sylva experts around this event. So definitely there are some questions and so on. Some of these participants can give part of their time to contribute to existing booths for the different technological partners. So we will need some Sylva shirts to assume this point. And the forgotten topic is that the Telco Cloud Native Day originally we thought there will be one, then it has been cancelled, then recreated 4 weeks ago, and finally it will be cancelled. So we will not have a Cloud Native Day the 19th of March, which is a good news for us. So no overlapping with our Sylva Dev Day. So that's it. And it's an opportunity to have some key interested partners on Sylva to be involved in our Sylva Dev Day.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Maybe one last small topic. The intention is to give more visibility to the CNF that have been onboarded on the stack. And in order to do that, we want to make visible the onboarded network functions in the Sylva website. So there was a proposal from Andre to add the list of network functions, something simple but visible on the slide. Luis, you validated the proposal, and okay, I
Yes.
need to. It's been a bit sleeping since last week for some good and bad reasons. So we will now relay the request towards the Linux Foundation, so they can do a quotation for the update of the site, or maybe we can get it for free if it's a slight update. So it's more visibility for our results. That's it for me, Carlo.
Thanks. I have just one comment regarding the KubeCon CFP feedback. Even if the paper has not been accepted, I think it would be important if we do in any case the work and maybe find a slot inside the dev day if there is space to show the work that we are doing, but because I think that in any case the topic is of interest for both Sylva and Nephew, and we will find then another place to present it. Okay.
Yes, good idea, Carlo. For example, we can have a CNF editor if he's interested to have a booth with Sylva where we can show we can deploy their CNF with Nephi.io and Sylva.
That would be
Quite
great.
challenging one, but
okay, any other question for workgroup 5? Or any other question or topic to be discussed in this TSC, because we reached the end of our topics. If not, then I think we can close here. Thank you all for your participation and your comments, and see you in a couple of weeks with Guillaume leading the TSC.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
nice day.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay,
Thank
bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.